Good day. In this video, we're going to look at the 5 and 10 times tables. Please remember, if there's anything that you're unsure about on your multiplication tables, you can send me a WhatsApp with a problem to this number. I will analyze it, make a small video, and post it for you for free on this channel, that we can solve that problem. When starting with the 5 times table, please remember to let the child see that he's got 5 fingers on a hand, 5 fingers on the other hand, 5 toes on a foot, and 5 toes on another foot. Let him then add in fives. How many fingers he's got in one hand, how many fingers on 2 hands, how many fingers on his 2 hands and your 1 hand, and work with real number fingers and toes. Ask him how many fingers and toes he has together. He must count it in fives for you. So in the 5 times table, we're going to count in fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and we count up to 100 in fives and backwards from 100 backwards. But let him also understand what is fives in his life: fingers, toes, and so on. While they now count in fives, please tell them to explain to you what happens every 2 fives as they go. And with time, they will see that every 2 fives becomes a 10. But let them explain it to you, you explain it to them, until they are sure about it, and do it over and over, please. When the child understands that every 2 fives gives him a 10, he will understand that when you're doing 6 times 5, you can divide the 6 by 2, which will give you a 3, and you can just put a naught at the back. But he must understand why, then it will become easier for him to understand it. Because every 2 fives gives you a 10, and there is 6 fives here, so there's 3 tens. Like I said, only if the child is stronger and really knows his 5 times table, he will understand that 7 times 5 is actually 6 fives, which is 30, plus another 5, which is 35. So an odd number of fives, you take the even number under it, which is 6 fives, and then just put the 5 at the back. Please don't underestimate the 5 times table. Practice it over and over, and although your child might know it, still keep asking it frequently, please. Now, just as a bonus, a child that's really strong at the 5 times table, you can now ask him, what is 24 times 5? The half of 24 is then going to be 12. And that's 12 tens, which makes it 120. But don't do that now. Lastly, we're going to look at the 10 times table, which is quite easy. Kids, if they just start using it, will quickly get used to how it works. This is 0 tens is 0, 1 10 is 10, 2 tens is 10 plus 10 is 20, 3 tens is 10 plus 10 plus 10, which is then 30. Please let your child count in tens from 0 to 200 and back to 0 again. Do not underestimate that. To get to these answers, they quite frequently understand that, but they do not understand what they're doing. So, after they can do the counting in 10, you do the following. You teach them the trick that says, if you got, for instance, 2 times 10, they can just put the 2 down and put a naught at the back. But that helps nothing with understanding. The same, 7 times 10 is actually 10, 20, 30, up to 70. But then the trick comes in where you say you can just put a naught behind the 7. They frequently catch that quite easily. But they have to understand why it's that story and not just put a naught behind the 7. And at this stage, compare the 2 tables, the 10 and the 5 times table, and show the child that every 2 fives gives you the first 10. 4 fives is the same as 2 tens. And do let them explain this to you and show them how they differ and how the 15 also fits in where. Let them just talk to you about these 2 tables, comparing them to each other. Please indicate whether you liked or disliked this video and subscribe to the channel. If there's anything that you have trouble with, like I said in the beginning of the video, please send me a WhatsApp to this number with that specific table that your child has trouble with, and I'll make a separate subsection table video for you.